Hey y'all, today I'm going to show you how to make your very own gluten-free ice cream cone drumsticks. They are better than what you remember getting from the store or from the ice cream man. So let's get into it and I'll show you how to make them. Before we get into making them, I'm going to show you what I use to make these just so you can have everything ready to go. You'll need an ice cream scoop, and then these are Joy brand gluten-free ice cream cones. You're welcome to make your own homemade. I just wanted to take the easy way out. But I do have a great recipe for waffle cones if you're interested. And then I have a half gallon of vanilla ice cream. And then this is 7 ounces of chocolate. These aren't actually chips. These are calettes, Calibo calettes. You can use chocolate chips, however. And then I have some butterscotch chips because that was always my favorite Dairy Queen dip. And I also have some coconut oil. I'm using refined, but you can use unrefined. Just know that it might give you a little bit of a coconut flavor with the unrefined, because that coconut flavor is still in there when it's the unrefined type. So I've got a baking sheet here lined with parchment. Somebody already used some of my ice cream. I am going to be so mad if I don't have enough of this left. So I'm just scooping out 6 ice cream balls. You can make a double batch and make 12, but I would still only work with 6 at a time because of all the melting issue going on. It's going to be hard to keep them from melting if you're working with 12 at a time. And I probably should have taken my ice cream out a little bit sooner than this. So it would be a little more scoopable, but I'm just going to go with it right now. And I'm going to make 6 ice cream scoops and put them on my sheet tray. And then I'm going to get these back into the freezer to freeze until solid. Okay, I've got my 6 cones here. I used a cardboard egg carton and I just punched out every other hole. So there's 6 holes, and that'll just give enough room for when the actual ice cream scoop goes on top. And I melted half of my chocolate. So I had 7 ounces, so I melted 3.5 ounces. And I'm just sticking about like a teaspoon or 2 maybe into the bottom, because you know how those ice cream cones that you get from the store have that little like knob of frozen chocolate at the bottom. I love that. I remember getting those and I just loved them. This one is broken, but I was just going to go with it and show you that even the broken ones work. Now I'm going to grab a small, it's actually a candy decorating brush. They have these at Michael's or pretty much any craft store. You can use just a small like pastry brush, but since I had these laying around, I figured I'd use it to get a little more precision. Make sure whatever you're using is food safe. So I'm going to add a little more chocolate to these shells, and then I'll take my paintbrush and kind of paint it around, all around the inside of the shell up to the very top. You want every bit of that ice cream cone covered in chocolate. That's what makes it so good. And I'll crank out the rest of these. And then we'll get them into the freezer for just about 5 minutes or so. That's really all it needs. If you put them in the refrigerator, they will take a little bit longer, more like 15 minutes or so. Okay, I've got the rest of my half gallon of ice cream here that I've been sitting out on the counter for just a little bit, and it's softened up just slightly. I don't want it too soft because then it will actually be too melty. I want to use this to fill the inside of each of the cones. So I've got a pastry bag here. You can also use just like a Ziploc gallon bag, or even a smaller one, quart size, whatever you have. And I'm just scooping this softened ice cream into that bag. And then I'll cut off the tip to just about like to where it's like a half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch opening. Now let me go get my ice cream cones out of the freezer. These are nice and solid. So adding the ice cream to the really cold ice cream cones is going to help it to keep from melting any further. And I just fill them up to the top. No need to like smooth them out or anything like that. This is just like, you know, piping frosting onto a cake. And now I'll go run real quick and get my ice cream balls that have been frozen for a couple of hours. And I'll just place them on top. And that like little bit of melted ice cream or softened ice cream will help seal the ice cream tops to those cones. And these will go right back into the freezer for another 2 hours minimum. I would say 4 hours really, because you want to make sure they are nice and solid before you go dipping the tops. Okay, I put the rest of my chocolate into the same bowl that I had used for the ice cream cones. And this time I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. My coconut oil is already halfway melted because it's just how it is in the summertime. I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon. Now, like I said, this is real chocolate. It's not chocolate chips. It is actual Calabo chocolate. So this 1 tablespoon I already know works perfect. But if you're using a different brand or whatever of chocolate or chocolate chips, you may have to use more. And what you're looking for is it to be very runny like this. So now I'm going to add really hot water. I'm just using my tap water and adding it to about half of this large measuring cup. By the way, these techniques, a lot of them come from Claire Saffitz. I watched her make homemade ice cream cone drumsticks, and I took a lot of her advice. She's just brilliant with all of her recipes, but I kind of made them my own somewhat. I'm not as precise as she is, so I go for more like rustic than she does. She's really going for perfect dimensions and everything else. But she did this to keep the chocolate still warm so it wouldn't like seize up when you go to dip the ice cold ice cream into that melted chocolate. I'll just quickly dip these into the chocolate shell. And as you can see, it's staying on there just fine because we let it freeze until completely solid. And now I'm rolling it into the peanuts. And that looks perfect. I'm going to do 2 of the peanuts. And then I don't know if you've seen, because my son used to get these all the time, the Oreo dipped ones. So I've got some like kind of crushed up gluten-free Oreos here. And I'll just dump some of these into the rest of my magic shell. And then I'll dip 2 of them like this. These are really, really good, y'all. I can see why my son really liked them. And now that he's gluten-free, he really enjoys stuff like this. For the final 2, I'm going to try something I haven't tried before. But first, I'm going to put these back into the freezer because they are starting to melt. I had some butterscotch chips, and I added a tablespoon of coconut oil to them. It wasn't enough, so I added a little more. We'll see if this is good or if it's not enough coconut oil or whatever. Like I said, it depends on the brand you use. And then of course, chocolate chips or any kind of chips like that have like stabilizers in them that keeps them from melting completely sometimes. So, you know, it's a trial and error kind of thing. I was a big fan of Dairy Queen's butterscotch dipped cones back in the day, back when I could eat gluten. And I've missed them, and you can't really find a lot of butterscotch flavored ice cream stuff anyway. So I thought this would be perfect. Let me see how this works. And it's kind of coming off. It's a little too thin. Okay, well, trial and error, like I said. It's not really getting a good coating on there. I might have added too much coconut oil, so be just a little bit aware of that. Let me see if I can cover this up just a little bit. It's probably going to be more coating than I want on these, but at least it covered them up. But you get the gist. Use whatever you have, whatever your favorite flavors are. I'm sure peanut butter chips would also work well. I'm going to get these back into the freezer and let them harden for another hour at least. I just took this one out to show you how awesome they are, how they just bring back so many memories of being a kid, running after the ice cream man. And now I can enjoy these once again, that nostalgia of years past of ice cream and the crunchy cone and that magic shell on top with the salty peanuts. I love a good sweet and salty snack. Enjoy.